welcome to the 44th game of our Pathfinder Wednesday campaign. With a slight gap last week due to needing a break, and we are back again this week with everyone online. Well, hopefully everyone online. We are currently down one member. So we'll start off with David.
Before you go, David, is that in the intro? Is that the dinosaur family theme or not?
That is the explosive drums theme from the Curse of the Crimson Throne sound pack.
I was getting some serious Michael Jackson vibes from it.
So it's a official Sirenscape soundscape called Assault Dungeon.
And those guys became a good package.
So this is the official sound pack thing popped up for you guys. And what I was playing was called Explosive Drums.
Sorry to interrupt, but I was getting dinosaur family vibes.
Is that like explosive drums? That's got to be a bard trap spell, right?
Quite possibly. But it does have things like Devil Teleport.
I was thinking disease or some sort of plague thing. I was trying to explosive. Yeah, the same.
I am David. I play Lvl3, the human mage sorcerer. Hopefully fond of talking, hopefully fond of corrupting party members, and potentially might have to buy a bird cage at some point. He's gathering this many crows. Raiders.
Well, that might save George's eyes if you did.
No, give me more.
Just give them some place to store them.
No, as long as they don't keep saying nevermore, then you're okay.
What is it?
Just because it's bad crow and even worse crow.
You mean best crow and even better crow?
Well, we almost have one in there. Okay, so next person up
Is that
after
your wife? Okay.
that is Stefan from the Friday Pathfinder game.
Yeah, I haven't married mine yet.
What are you doing there?
He does support work. So he looks after my wife while I run the game because I can't do both.
Is he spying on us? I don't
Probably.
trust him.
But he gets to hear some of the story plans before it happens. Not that he remembers them.
We don't trust him anyway. It's okay, Victor. No one trusts him. It's okay.
And he has actually been in some of the games you've been in, Victor.
I trust you, Stefan.
So yes, next person up is Jeremy.
Good evening all. Yes, I'm playing Cordar, the elven, half-human, would-be hero of Sandpoint. Trying hard to live up to his beliefs and expectations of what a Pathfinder should be in the world.
Well, hell, you've been able to get rid of two members you thought didn't need to be in there.
Well, it didn't deserve to be Pathfinders.
So you're getting rid of them two at a time. So who's next? Okay, so
Jeremy, does that mean that you believe that Bellas should be in the Pathfinder Society?
That's not necessarily the appropriate assumption from that.
Well, apparently he was more appropriate to be in the Pathfinder Society than the other two, so, I mean, you know.
I wouldn't say that Cordar's necessarily deliberately getting rid of people or deliberately getting rid of people in the order that they're worst off.
it was just happened to be a convenience
take
happenstance.
advantage of opportunities when they arise.
You had to hear Connor once Bellas at the party, Bellas can now kill Connor.
I remember it said before the game actually started, so he can't take players' words for characters' words. Speaking of that, we're up to
Yeah, but the player will feel much less guilty. Sorry.
Okay, so next up is Mark.
I reluctantly want to talk about my character now after you two getting out of me. I'm playing a new character.
I never mentioned you at all.
I know. The formerly person known as Pinnacle. Anyway, I'm playing as Sparky, the dwarf female rogue, who has joined the party with such excitement. Starting to wonder what's going on with this party, why people are leaving it.
Well, you never saw the people leave it.
I know, but I'm just hearing rumours, the interesting rumours. Especially the two pros. Ravens.
And next person online today we have is Victor.
Hello. I am Victor. I am a very happy Brazilian, but today I'm feeling kind of down. So don't worry about me.
Does that help there, Victor?
Yeah.
I've updated your character finally.
Yeah. Well, I am playing Luna of Libra, a Shaonti human. And she's very happy to be useful, besides being like traumatized in the first adventure she had, but that's okay. It's kind of normal between this group, so I'm just trying to act like it.
Well, everything is very traumatic when you're dealing with hell and other planes of existence. Things men were not meant to know.
I think it's important to note, after that introduction, that before we started recording, David made a comment about how much he was looking forward to playing in tonight's session with the most cohesive group that he's involved in.
I know, that was an interesting quote to bring back.
I feel like I'm the common element, to be honest.
Don't worry. Friday has similar problems as does some of the other games. So you are not the common element in the dysfunctional aspects of some of the games.
Well, you know what? If I was working on a Friday night, I'd join the Friday night party as well. Because what's better than one dysfunctional party member? Two.
I am trying to join the Friday night games for a long time, man.
But they are rather full with 7 players allocated to the game. So I'm trying not to overfill games. Okay, so last time we had it, you had... can anyone remember where you were up to last time? Besides blowing up a dungeon?
I believe that we'd gone out of the dungeon, so we were back at Hindmarsh Manor. After having found a tunnel that went all the way under the ocean back out, back to the city itself.
Yeah, I remember that part.
And
we got some water potions, and then we're going to go down to a ship to help the
we come across Captain Captain Lockerbie.
Yep.
Who didn't show his face at all, but asked us to recover a piece of jewellery or something to give to his wife.
That was correct.
We didn't actually agree to do anything as such with it, but we thought we'd investigate further with him. And then when we got back, we found that, yes, his wife still exists, is still living in Magdamar. And so, yes, we decided we had the opportunity to stock up on some water breathing potions. And we thought that, yes, we should at least go and do that. I don't know that we decided. I know Cordar was a bit hesitant about whether or not we actually talked to the wife beforehand or not. Or at least, I think that my thought would be better to see if we recover anything that's important. Then we'll make decisions about what we're doing from there. So, as part of our ongoing investigation of the ancient Thassilonian outpost underneath the remnant of the bridge, the tower is called the Crow.
That is correct. So
while searching for another shard of the Thassilonian Runelords.
That's one currently embedded in Balasam.
That's right. Aside from the one that's currently embedded in Balasam, we're looking for a second one because they're oh so wonderful to have in the party because they make it all so much more simple and cohesive. Balas was so much nicer when he had a shard in his arm than he was before.
Yeah.
Yep, no comment.
Okay, so I think that's a pretty good recap. So, what would the party like to do? You are in Magnamar, you have the potions of water breathing.
And we've just had a nice night's rest and recovery, so everyone should be back ready to go, and we're about to head out in the morning, I believe.
How about my hand? Did I get my hand back like a normal hand?
No, but you can still cast spells.
Shit.
Yeah, you should be at full hit points, but yes, you're still crippled in the hand.
How can I fix this? Can I go to a church of clerics or something? Or like rip my arm off and make it grow again with some spells or something like that?
I'm sure you could, but you might want to ask Mark about what happens when you get replacement arms.
Now, I rolled a medicine check as Sparky, not Pinwinkle. Sparky knows that possibly a high-level cleric of some sort who has maybe restoration might be a hint on that one, but Sparky had no idea what happened to Pinwinkle, and his vague stories from Corda what gruesome stuff happened. So.
That's why I said refer to
I
Mark
was
and
going to
not
see a
character.
blacksmith or a really good necromancer.
The arm you get may not be yours.
Yeah. There's a guy called Pinwinkle that can give you advice if you really need it. This is coming from Mark, not the character, okay?
Well, Cordar's only got one question for Lulu in the morning then. Are you ready to go back under?
I don't know. I like the adventure, but look at my hand. My hand is all screwed up, and I don't know
I've
if I
seen
can
more
get.
worse injuries and people continue on. Have a silk, we can find somebody later on in life that'll restore your hand. We've got things to do, let's go.
I find that quite racist, you know, what your comment you mentioned to Lena being a female. I thought I'd just put it out there. So
What?
yeah.
Racist or racist?
Oh, sexist, I think, personally. So
Oh, sexist. Okay.
What
going
kind
under.
of...
I think it was going under. I think it was just the way it was toned out. I found that I think you need to rethink your wording next time. This is from
We're going to go under the town, into the sewers, to follow
You
a
didn't say that.
underwater passage.
You didn't say that whole thing. You said you didn't go under.
Bellath looks...
Oh my God! I just realized what the joke was.
Bellath makes very
Come on, man,
intense
I'm not-
eye contact with Cordar, shakes his head, and walks off.
Cordar is very
I am
confused at the thought that people had anything other than his thought of going under the town, under the water, back to the crow.
Come on, man! I'm not English speaking native, so I didn't understand the joke before.
Cordar, this is what happens when we involve millennials.
Hey, it's a dwarf thing, don't get it.
What the fuck?
Okay, I don't know why I started that off. I was just coming for some reason. But anyway,
I'm not so party, but I guarantee you, Cordar meant nothing about it.
I know you did. I just
Cordar racist about a number of things, but not dwarves.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the most cohesive and functional party I'm involved in.
Anyway, Sparky goes, okay, let's go. That's all she says. She's ready to go.
You, Stumpy, are you coming with us or not?
I'm about to say something, put my finger up, and then I'll just go no.
That's you, Victor.
That's you, Victor, not me.
Yes, we can go. I tend to like wrap I wrap like I rags some of my shirt and put on my hand and try to like cover it.
Sparky does say out there, says, we're going into water. That wound's not covered. Will we attract certain sea creatures to us?
So it's fully healed over. There are no visible wounds.
That's right, like it's just, yeah, it's crippled, but it's not actually injured.
Just thought I'd put it out there because I've heard of a great movie that talks about a shark that followed people with, you know, blood in the water. So I just thought I'd mention it. So.
Bellath has a really good thing. Looks at the stump. The withered stump. I think, so you know you can put a buckler on that.
A what?
A buckler.
As in a small
Buckler.
shield.
A very small
Oh.
shield.
No, but I wanted to cast spells, man.
Remember,
You
Luna,
can't cast spells with that.
Luna.
Ridiculous.
your most important aspect and your value to this party is not necessarily your hand. It is your mind and your knowledge of your ability to get through the doors and underground there. That is what you're here for.
Wow. That's
Well,
both a massive compliment and a massive insult.
Sparky has to cover her mouth when he says this. Sparky just covers her mouth. Try not to laugh out loud because the dwarf knows how much bullshit's going on with that. But it's
Bella bows to the master of compliments and insults.
And Cordar was completely sincere.
You know what,
Martin
Corda?
doesn't get
I
banned on
have
the
spent many years training to be a master wordsmith, but everything I've accomplished to this day pales in comparison to what you just did. And said.
You also notice that both ravens bow towards Corda.
You impressed them! Seriously?
Sparky bows as well. Sparky's very impressed by this. Wordsmith is like unbelievable. Like she's heard many dwarves speak like this, but not to this level kind of thing. So
Yeah, the backhanded compliment was just incredible.
I only speak the truth.
Well, you and I might have different versions of the truth, but either way, what you just said was incredible. Whether or not you meant it or not, you will always be remembered for that piece of wordsmith.
Sparky about to put her finger up and just say, "Oh no," it puts her hand down again.
So anyway,
Oh, no.
despite all the side commentary, what's Luna's response?
What a shit show.
Yep, that sums it up, okay?
So that means she's ready then.
My only suggestion would be to you is the more we progress, the more money we get, the more we can afford a restoration spell. So probably best to just keep going and ignore the nonsense that carries on, because for some reason, somehow, I'm sure some god of trickery and chaos is looking upon us, but we just seem to be able to get things done. Somehow.
Okay, then we can keep going. I am looking forward to the next adventure. Yay!
Alright,
let's
let's
pretend that I am super happy and engaged right now.
High five? No one? Alright, cool, let's go.
Okay,
Oh
so
my God, I'm feeling awful. Just pretend that I am happy.
here we go.
Hooray!
There's happiness in a bottle. Okay, so you start heading towards the entry,
Yeah.
and you find Puppy is happily sleeping there.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Aww. Little guy, look at him, he's so cute.
I'm not going to go and touch him. I've been there before. No.
Oh, go on, he's friendly.
No.
And at least you don't need a torch while he's around.
That's true.
What the hell is happening?
We have two ravens.
It's my faithful dog, don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's only two birds and a dog. What's the problem wrong with that?
Look, I'm basically a druid.
You just don't turn into animals, you just collect them.
Yeah, and they might not actually be animals, but let's ignore that.
Oh God.
Oh,
Take a
God's
deep
I'm going to
breath.
help you here, my friend.
Take a deep breath.
Right here, so let's go and do something useful, shall we? Hold our lead on.
While this goes happening, while we walk along, Sparky has all the potions, I believe, for water breathing. Now, I can't remember, Martin, how long the potions last for, because I don't think I wrote that down properly last session.
That's okay.
We found out the details of it. They last for an hour each. So the idea is we won't take them immediately. We'll take them before we go into the water and find out what's going through.
Because you have a feeling you won't be able to breathe air while you can breathe water.
I think actually you can still do both.
You're not sure.
Who's the DM?
Well, okay. Certainly the information we had implied that we could do both. But we may find other ways, yes.
Okay, can we do a knowledge check of some sort to confirm this?
Yeah, I can do a knowledge check, but I
I can't, maybe?
I rolled a 1, so
Okay,
I don't want
so
to spend a reward on this.
Lucky was not really here for her knowledge and experience.
with Luna's experience, what does she
Because
think?
Sparky's the knowledge person, I rolled a 20 on Arcana.
Okay.
Well, I guess only one of us is handy.
And this is the better of the two that I ever counted.
Usually Star Wars is my fun thing, but righto, okay.
Let's go with it tonight. I might say no to that.
Okay, so you do know of different types of potions. So one of them is one that gives you the ability to swim for the duration. That being 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And one of them gives you the ability to breathe underwater, which you don't actually know the duration for, or if it gives you any other bonuses.
But that's alright, because for our purposes, we don't need to be able to swim, I don't think, because the ship is actually on the floor, the ocean floor, is it not?
It is.
Yeah. So we can come out of the Crow through the underwater staircase, and then basically walk to the ship if we can't swim. So, but I'm also thinking that we should go and see if we can talk to Captain Lockerbie's around his painting room.
Okay, so what our new Sparky picked up with your natural 20 is that you do realize that water breathing does give you the ability to breathe underwater. It doesn't state whether it allows you to breathe out of water.
Okay. I relay this to the party. Mark as a player would probably be sussy about it, but I'll relay it because Sparky's a good person.
From Cordo's perspective, it's still a case of, well, either way, we wait until we're about to go in the water, then you can close it.
Makes it last the
We can do
longest.
some science.
If we've then got to stay in the water until we're little prunes, until we can then breathe again above water, we're just about gasping for air, or we can step out and, if we feel like, we'll find out when we get there.
Yeah, draws don't get wrinkled. It's okay.
Well, you never know. You might not be able to tell off all that hair. You know,
That's right.
beards are fantastic.
Oh, my beard is a wonderful beard.
Okay. So you spend a couple of hours walking along the long passageway after passing through the tunnels on the Magnamar with the sounds of other worlds.
I'm going to go. Anything hi-ho, all the way we go.
Well, that's something I was going to talk about. As part of the entry, I was, while Salah said to Cordar to lead the way, he was saying, actually, you go forward, I'll just make certain that no one's watching us as we're going in, and aim to actually cover it up as much as possible when we're in under there.
Yeah,
That's solid resounding bags not going first.
They have to take the lead, it's going to go down. But like I say, you just don't want people knowing about this entrance.
Yes. Okay. Sure, Sparky can go first. She knows everything about everything. She, whatever.
Okay, I'm going to do a perception roll on that one because that sounds very sarcastic. And I'm going to do a perception roll. And I'm going to over 20 on the perception, so I should have picked up on the sarcasm.
First of all, it's one for one. It wouldn't be. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be perception. It'd be insight, wouldn't it?
Well, it's not insight.
Well, no. Because it's Bella talking, it's perception. If you can hear Bella, he knows he's lying and they're sarcastic.
It wasn't sarcastic at all, but it was lying a lot. In which case it comes to a deception.
Deception is still plus 20 because 20 over. So, not natural 20, 30, 20. So.
I can actually can actually beat that.
Did you wish to attempt to?
Yeah. But did
Yeah,
you
I'm
try?
I'm honestly tempted to. Let's just bring up my character sheet and my dice roller so I can fudge the roll and tell you I rolled a natural 20.
Wow. The point is, whether Bella cares whether they notice whether he lied.
Look, he kind of does. Like, it's more of a test of skill than anything else.
Fair enough, okay, then I can accept that, yeah.
Alright, hang on a second. Just got that number. What did you say you got, Mom?
If I was rolling perception is 24, deception is 20.
Well, it's not deception for you.
Yeah. So
Alright, so 24 you say?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't beat it. That's okay. I only rolled a 9, which means I only got 17.
Well, at least it wasn't a critical fail.
Yeah.
It's okay. All I want to know is if he's talking bullshit or not. That's all the dwarf cares about. If he is, then he gets over it and goes walks on.
I'd like to refer you back to Cordar's ideas on Bella's perception.
And on the bright side, you've managed to have Sparky go first.
Sparky still didn't care. She was still going first. She just wanted to see your bullshit. That's all I want to know is you're bullshitting or not. That's all Sparky cared about. That's what she cared about. So because I've got also, was it dim lit vision or dark vision or whatever? So I can see.
We also have the puppy.
Oh, that's right. I only need dark vision.
You have your own light source travelling with you.
Yeah, that's okay. I just thought I'd mention it just in case.
I'd like to one day Balaf is going to create like a story arc, and Martin and I are gonna put together a whole bunch of like this big side quest that we're gonna do about saving his family, and he'll come to you and be like, guys, I need your help. My family's in trouble, and you'll all be just like, fuck off, and just walk away.
No, I've got a better idea. Something to do with Pinnacle to destroy the family. But that's another thing for another day. So anyway, I'll leave it. We'll talk with Martin and I'll talk later.
Find me, I'll destroy you and your entire family.
That's okay. This is Pinnacle was an NPC now, so whatever Pinnacle does, nothing affects on me anymore. So.
Don't forget, Kangasero is still alive and out there doing stuff too.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Pinnacle and Kangasero, they're just being crazy.
I'm sure they're having fun kicking indoors.
Huh?
You know, Bellath has like 7 siblings, all of which I have character sheets for.
I didn't know that, but still, I still have an issue with your Pinnacle, still have an issue with your father, so we won't go there any further.
Okay, so after many hours of walking, you find yourself back in the area where the sewer falls were.
Yep.
So you have an area to the north where you went, where you met with the captain. You have not been to the west or the south as yet.
That's right. The Cordar will immediately, when we get there, immediately turn to the north and aim to return to the chamber where we met Captain Lockerbie, or actually heard Captain Lockerbie.
Yep.
And once arriving there, request and ask if he's still around.
Around he is, he says, from under the bridge.
Greetings. We have returned with preparations that we may be able to recover the item that you've risked from the ship. So, you should also know that we've confirmed that your wife is still living in Magdamar.
That he knows because it's not been long since he has been unable to see her.
Is there a reason you do not go to see her?
The dead don't deal with the living.
Uh-huh.
I made pleasures. Yeah, that's
And so you wish us to recover this item for you and return it to your wife.
And then he will help you with what you need done here.
Did you want your wife to know that you were still existing?
He would rather her know he was dead.
Understood.
Because dead he is.
Indeed, and it's potentially safer for all that way.
The dead should not exist with the living.
Well, then what are we doing here?
Is he dead?
Talking from a distance.
Is he dead? Is he dead? Is he dead? Is he dead?
I tap Lou on the shoulder and say, he's gone to the other side, but he's going to help us out. Let's leave him be and live through the rest of his existence.
I will start to pray if you want.
Can you tell us where we might, what the item is you're looking for, and where we might find it upon the ship?
Here's a brooch. It should be in the captain's chest in the captain's cabin. It should be the only brooch in the captain's chest.
Okay. And now, I'm pretty certain in the conversation with Heinbach, she stated when the ship apparently went down.
Yep.
But Cornell will confirm the question of the how long has the ship still been there? Has it been any chance that someone may have already been there and removed the item?
He says none have been there in that time.
Can you not retrieve the item yourself?
He cannot go that far. Something about the water, it doesn't work with him. Too salty.
Understood. So you're restricted to these fresher waters. As Cornell looks down at the sewers below him.
Yes, you do note a bitterness in his words that when he says, yes, fresher.
Can I try to make a no-cool check to see if something like I can record something interesting about if this is a curse or if this is anything related to something I know?
You can.
Can I try Assurance before rolling?
Okay, so as it is a secret roll, what is your bonus?
Oh, let me check.
Because secret rolls are technically done by the GM away from the camera.
Maybe assurance will be a standard number.
Yeah, I know. The standard Assurance, I take notice 25, but I guess I'm wrong. Because in Assurance, you only take note of the proficiency bonus and not the attribute bonus, right?
That is correct.
So let me make the calculations again. My proficiency bonus is expert.
So plus 4.
So plus 4. What else I add?
10.
Your character level. So
My character level, that's 3.
So your expert had, so it becomes plus 7, so 17. So 17.
17, alright. Let me take note and type in the number on my sources so I never need to do this every time. Thank you. Oh, 17. 17 is a good number. What can I find?
Okay, with 17, it's not something that you find in the mountain ranges up high where you've grown up, or in the lore you've been reading in Absalom while you were studying to be a Pathfinder.
Okay then. Then I don't know anything, sorry.
Just don't let Cornell know that, because otherwise you might be concerned about why you're here.
I've got a question for the captain. I'll go, Mr. Captain, sir. Is there anything that we should be worried about at the ship? Or is there any other people like yourself on the ship that we should be concerned about?
No, he was the only one of his kind on the ship.
Okay.
And you should also know the brooch by the fact that it is a golden pearl inscribed with the letters LB.
Excuse me. Sorry.
So,
Yep.
that's his initials, isn't it?
That is his initials, yes.
Yeah.
And if his rapier or his buckler is there, he is happy for you to take those as payment.
Okay. That sounds fair enough.
Because he does not have them with him.
It would be enough the opportunity to set a poor woman's heart at ease. And Cordar will then aim to lead off down the side of the sewer again, back towards the upper levels of the Crow, returning to the staircase that went down to the thing.
Okay. Takes you a while, and Luna's still able to open the doors even though her hand is messed up.
Okay.
And you are able to use the rope bridge you had to get across the white salty goodness.
Yep.
And you also realize that the giant's sack that you carry around is most likely magical, because most leather products would probably have deteriorated in the 10,000 years it's been here. But you'll have to check out that later, because no one's actually investigated the sack.
I actually thought that I figured the sack had actually stayed with the scroll that we'd left with Lady Hindmarsh to identify.
I thought you hadn't left the sack because you'd taken it with you, because it was never mentioned.
Pimlico's still got the sack in his bag.
Yes, he does.
Well, no, Cordar always had the sack.
Oh, did you have the sack? I thought you did have the sack, but you still have it.
People made the comment about the fact Cordar, no one else would really touch it, and Cordar said, hey, it's leather, it's been here a bloody long time, there's nothing wrong with it. And he picked it up and put it away.
Yep, so Cordar's got his own personal sack.
Absolutely.
So do you take the shortcut, or do you go the long way to get to the observation area?
Cordar will be taking the most direct route that he knows of.
Oh my god.
Because as far as he's aware, we've certainly cleared out the areas that we're looking at.
Okay,
but obviously he'll be walking ahead alert.
I will give Cordar a memory test. So you get to get a flat d20, and hopefully get at least 15 on the dice roll.
Well, the number involved a 1.
Natural 1.
Yep.
Okay, this is definitely the fastest way to get there, without a doubt.
Or in that, or we're very lost and we're taking a real shortcut. Those 700 times distance.
As you take a step, see a familiar statue that you look at as you see a bolt of flame fly directly at you. Give me a reflex saving throw.
Everyone or just him?
Just him.
I'm the one leading it, yep. Where are we?
Oh man,
13 on the dice plus...
I need to get my dice.
22.
22. Okay. Do you have any bonuses for successfully making the saving throw?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so that does not look fantastic for you, but it is half damage is 10 points of fire damage to Cordar.
Okay.
As you trip the statue of fire that you had found earlier.
Okay. As a player, I'm not remembering that.
I know
I don't remember where the statue was, or where it was going through, so I'm happy that it went through. So.
That's why I gave you a memory check.
Absolutely, no, that's fine. So.
Belaf rolls his eyes and gestures to Cordar to come to him.
Right, no, that's right, because Cordar jumped, Cordar dived through, and he's gone past the statue.
Yep.
Well, first of all, well done, Muppet. Second of all, come here so I can heal you.
So you want him to walk through the trap again?
Preferably, if we could walk through the trap another 7 times, that would be ideal.
Can I disarm the trap, Martin?
Cordar's talking across to Belaf and the others across the room saying, yeah, that's right.
So that will be something I'll be looking up for you now, Mark. Can you disable a magical trap?
There is a trap there. If you reckon you can get past it, Sparky, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'll wait here while you guys go around the long way. I'll meet you back at the corridor at the top there.
I've got Trap Finder Mastery. No. And I'm
I don't know, to disable a magical trap, do we need to roll Arcana or Thievery?
That's what we're going to find out right now.
I believe it is Thievery can do it, but you might not be able to do it without a ability to deal with magical
So
traps.
if it's Arcana, Luna would
Victor,
be happy to
Victor,
try.
stop for a moment.
No, it'll be likely Thievery, except for the fact that with Trap Finder Feat, it means you can effectively increase the level of trap you can normally try and disarm.
So I can do up to, based on minus one level above what I am now, I can do a mastery trap. Doesn't say anything about anything else, Martin. So
probably depends on exactly what the spell is or how the trap is. But there's certainly no reason why you couldn't be confident in looking and thinking about whether you can disable it. You might get zapped in the meantime, but...
Okay,
Or you
let's
might
see.
use one of the mechanical triggers of this magic spell.
Luna is a bit of impetuous. Like, if she feels comfortable, she can do something, she will try it ASAP. Like, she wouldn't like consider twice, right? So, but I will
She
try
goes
to
in,
like
anywhere near the trap, Bella, hold her back.
now, also, if it is a mechanical trap of some sort, I'll get an extra +2 on it because I was so cunning. So
There's also a problem.
Just
I have my hand messed up. I won't be near that thing. I remember.
Let Sparky do the thing, give her a second, and then we'll have a look at it.
yeah, that's right. Let Mark on the one and see what happens. Okay, nice.
Exactly, and then watch Mark get toasted.
And therefore, I roll another character.
Okay, so what can you do up to, Mark?
Up to mastery, and I get a +3 on my perception check, or my perception to traps. No. So I go a +13 to check if I can do the trap or not.
Okay, so when you say you can do up to mastery traps,
Yep, that's what it says, mastery level traps. So a trap finder gives me one level above what I'm currently at on expert thievery.
So I'm assuming that works on the idea of the spell effect, or the trap presumably has a proficiency level associated to it.
okay,
Yeah.
give me a stealth roll, Mark. I've got the DC right here.
Stealth or thievery?
He has to make a stealth roll before he sets it off.
Okay, that's fair.
If he cannot succeed at the stealth roll, you cannot even make the disable roll.
There you go.
Because it's requiring you to reach the rune and disable it by entering its area of effect.
Nah, fair call, man. Fair call. How many rerolls tonight by matter of interest or not really?
Due to how late everyone got in, technically
No.
you don't have
No.
that many. So would you like to
thought-
use it up?
I rolled a 2. I would rather use it up if possible. Yes.
Okay, so you get to roll another dice, and if it is higher, take it instead of the previous one.
Phew, much better. That's got double figures this time. Stealth of 26.
Of 26, you just succeed.
Okay.
Now you must make a thievery check. Or trigger it without a saving throw.
Or of course, and if you fail the thievery check, or if you realise you look and think, oh, I can't do this, you've probably got to stealth away from it again too.
True.
If you don't disarm it.
So you have to succeed at this. A failure is basically you take full damage. A critical failure is you take double damage.
Ooh. That's
And
alright.
just before you go to touch it, Bella yells out, "Be careful! It could be dangerous."
Now, the only question I...
And then you go to it again, Bella's talking, Bella's lying.
Yeah, no,
Could be about it.
No, if Bella always lies, that means there's no risk there whatsoever.
No. The lie was in the could be dangerous.
Look, I really think you're putting words in my mouth.
He's putting really interesting words in there, though.
I feel like you're tempting the GM. Shut up.
Wow, you're gonna love this, Martin. A natural 20.
One. Oh!
And that's a total of 31. Upgraded.
You see, Corda, this is because I warned her.
I like this character better than Minkle would have put out there.
It still
Okay.
goes off. I'm betting it still goes off.
So, as you think you know exactly what you're doing, a bright red light starts to appear before you as you hurriedly scrape through a rune on the statue. And just before it seems to activate, it dies. You think it was just about to launch right into your face.
Well, as you say, colour me impressed. That was impressive.
Though your eyebrows are currently smoking.
When Martin said the thing died, I thought the Dolph would die.
From my roll, Martin, did I know if I disabled it or just missed it?
I know you know you've disabled it. It was a DC 22 check.
So I just need you to know that I'm super tempted to cast Firebolt at Sparky right now.
Oh, no, that's pretty cool. I'm sorry, Martin, I missed that because the headphones.
It was a DC 22 check, but you could have critically failed it with a 1, which you did get on the previous roll.
And so the real question from Sparky's perspective is here. She's confident she's disabled it now. Is she confident she's disabled it permanently or just temporarily?
She believes she's done it permanently because she damaged the engraved rune itself.
Cool.
I use my special silver dagger that I got from somebody, which might have some certain person's blood on it from another character, and use that blood to disable the ruin. I'm talking about your blood, old blood, Kangasira.
So you do think it might implode any moment
now. It's not my
now.
blood, I'm not Kangasira anymore.
That's right, I know, I'm just saying.
So
Sorry,
from Mark's perspective, you do think it may implode any moment now.
Okay, Mark, as soon as I think that, I go, guys, let's get out of here. And I go, just keep go, Corner, go.
Oh, okay, Corner, okay, if you're ready, come through, let's go.
Makes sure he's the second one to go through.
Okay, so apparently Luna is the one coming up the rear, as the other two rush ahead.
She'll just have a quick look at the scraped rune.
As behind you,
Luna, don't be afraid. Let's go.
As behind you, there is a detonation as the statue itself explodes.
Oh my god.
And all of us aren't looking at the explosion, and we're wearing sunglasses, and it's in slow motion.
Not me, I'm looking directly at the statue and blowing.
As you see behind you, the wall itself has embedded parts of the statue in it, in various parts.
Okay, so when the dust settles a bit, Cordar will be saying to Sparky, not quite the technique I would expect to be used to disable traps, but apparently effective.
It's effective. I hear that it's a dwarven way of doing things, I say.
Well, I personally, I'm genuinely impressed. And for the very first time since you've known him, he's not lying.
Now, Sparky internally goes, oh my fucking god, kind of thing. Internally to herself, doesn't put it out to anyone, do a complete kind of white face going, yeah, I know what to do, yeah. And just keeps going on with Corda. But internally, she's always pissed herself, so, yeah.
Bella's gestures to Luna to continue. Come on then.
There is dust everywhere though from the explosion.
Okay.
There is dust everywhere from the explosion.
Yeah. So that's okay. Cordar's looking back, also saying, has she actually blocked the passageway backwards?
No, but you definitely weren't safe standing there because exactly where Cordar's standing, was standing, a piece of the statue has embedded about a foot into the wall.
Yep.
And there's this nice big orange glow around the puppy.
Nice, we are
Oh,
all
good
archaeologists. We are better demolitionists than archaeologists, but okay.
Well, you have just destroyed a 10,000-year-old statue.
A
There's
long
another one.
museum.
It's alright, there's another one in the other room. It's all good.
Right, good show. Let's go then.
Okay.
Let's
And so one in the other room isn't as volatile. So, and then yes, Corda will continue leading the way to the staircase, trying to do a bit of a mental calculation of just, were there any other cats on the way?
No, there was not.
No, sorry, he doesn't remember any, so that's fine.
So you find yourself in the area where you dealt with some of the giant crabs.
Yep. So we get to the staircase, but before going down the stairs, Corda will also want to have a look back out the window coming down, or
Yep.
observation or something. That,
You just take the side room and go up the stairs and get up to the observation dome. You can
Yep.
still see the wreck of the Lisa Star from where you are.
and can we see the exit, the staircase exit?
No, you can't see the staircase exit, but it is closer to the ship than your observation post.
Okay, so can we get an indication as to how far we're going to have to go underwater approximately?
Okay, so these are 10-foot squares.
Okay, yep. So it's actually quite close.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Just so you know, it was very, very close to where you were.
Yep.
But
yeah,
one
so
thing you
that's-
do notice looking down at the boat, which you hadn't really noticed before, is there is a couple of the giant crabs scuttling in and out of the ship.
Okay.
This looks dangerous.
Well, so I would recommend avoid getting grabbed.
Wow,
How
really?
big are those things? Like
I'm about to
bigger
look
than
up for you.
ourselves?
Oh, we
The view through the observation dome into the water distorts their size a bit. It's okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're going to go down to the
But in
water.
fact, Corda can show you. You might have noticed when walking into this room, there were some of the ones that we found early on. So you can see
Okay.
exactly how big they are.
They are the size of a halfling. So not huge, but still big for what they are. And that's basically what you can see.
Yeah.
So
Not exactly crayfish.
its claws are as big as your head.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
One thing, the one thing before we go in the water, I'd like to leave my I suppose bag and my crossbow kind of at the water or somewhere near the water's edge. I don't want to leave it in the water because we're going in the water, so I'm not sure if anyone else wants
Yeah,
to leave.
certainly something that we can leave some gear at the top here.
Well, you don't expect to take too much stuff with you while you're going across the bottom.
But I didn't want to bring anything that could be perishable, is the word I want to use. So, and I thought a crossbow in water is not a good weapon.
Not going to be very effective.
No. I know that from previous Martin games. So.
Neither is food.
Cordo's tossing up as to whether he wants to wear his half plate or not, on the idea that, well, he doesn't need to swim, and it might make him stay more solid on the floor.
There is also the option of carrying rocks with you to help keep you on the floor of the ocean.
Yep. But actually, say, Cordo, I think we'll go with wearing heavy armour to do that, to get that effect. So, he will leave his shield behind, and he'll be going in with his trident, thinking that is appropriate for underwater combat.
That is fair.
I have my 2 daggers ready to go.
How can I cast spells underwater?
With great difficulty.
Depends on whether they've got verbal, somatic, or material components.
I would say the material component ones wouldn't go off very well because you might not have the component after you go into the water.
Now, if you breathe underwater, the verbal and semantic might be okay, is that right? Yeah.
You can again, you're the one that knows about water breathing, but I'm sure that, hey, if you can breathe, surely you can talk.
I didn't roll high enough, so I can't say. So.
You get a critical
This is
success.
Cordar with his infinite knowledge on arcane matters.
Oh, if Cordar thinks it's right, it should be right. I have no doubt to doubt Cordar at all at this stage.
It's a new Cordar code.
New
Cordar code, if you can breathe, surely you can talk.
Previous character
But hey,
issues. But yeah.
we can test as soon as we get underwater, because apparently we also want to test whether we can breathe again afterwards in the way, so... but Luna, if you're concerned, if you want to, you can potentially wait here and ensure that nothing happens to the gear that we leave here temporarily.
Okay, I can be here. That says.
Okay, as you open the potion, you get the smell of old fish and midden.
Ooh. This tastes like Mum's old stew.
It basically looks like off fish in liquid form. And smells like it too.
Cornhouse, coming from the fishing town of Sandpoint. Wonderful stuff, yes. He will aim to hold his breath and scull down a potion and be prepared. So basically, he's basically leaving most of his gear behind at the present time, but he's staying in his armour, he's leaving his shield behind, he's taking his trident and probably a dagger and bits and pieces. But then, he'll be basically standing with his feet on the staircase already, partly in the water, and will take a swig, being prepared to get under the water if he finds that it's suddenly hard to breathe above the water.
Okay, so after you take a swig, you have the foulest taste in your mouth you've ever had. The worst hot fish you've ever smelled is actually a pleasant memory to how this smells to you and tastes to you right now. You actually feel sickened quite badly while you're standing in the water here.
Marvellous. Cordar will aim to put a good face on it.
Yep. You do look green.
Happily. And he will aim to put a good face on it and state that well
Good
the taste isn't quite as bad as the smell.
And then you go underwater?
And then he'll assuming that if that was the whole potion of his skull, stopping it, then he'll put the top back on if it's not, and then go underwater and see if he can actually
the taste goes away as soon as you go underwater.
Okay.
But you think it will return for the rest of the hour when you go into an air pocket.
Right.
So technically, it's not meant for being above water, but you can do it.
Okay. So he does find that he can actually breathe underwater.
He can breathe underwater.
Okay. Assuming the others have been watching this test procedure, he will pop his head back above the water and state that, well, it takes to work. The aftertaste is only noticeable when you're not under the water. As he ducks his head quickly back under.
Who's the next victim?
And he'll basically go down like midway, halfway, most of the way down the stairs, depending on how big they are, to wait for the others and be on the lookout for anything coming towards us.
Okay, so yes, you also get the horrid fish smell as you pull the stopper.
Mum stew again, and I go straight underwater with him.
And when you taste it, the smell is the most pleasant aspect of it that you could have possibly imagined. It's like it was a beautiful aroma to how it tasted.
Like Mum's stew, I was thinking to myself. So,
Except Mum's stew doesn't require you to douse yourself in seawater just to get rid of the taste.
oh, you don't know my mum well enough there, unfortunately, Mark. So, but we might have to discuss that out of character later on.
Okay, so you go underwater to be able to breathe safely.
Yep, I'll stay in guard with my 2 daggers out.
And Corda will attempt to speak to Sparky.
Yep.
To say, how you feeling? You okay?
It does feel like it's echoing, but as a strange sort of forcing of talking, but you can hear each other within distance.
Okay.
I just blow bubbles. That's all I can keep responsible.
Corda will okay, with Sparky down there. Corda will pop his head back up and go up the stairs, pop his head back up and say, confirmed. Confirmed. Speech is possible underwater as he dives back under.
Okay, Belath is up next.
So since Luna heard that she can actually speak, and she will go try to go around as well.
What? So now Luna's going to abandon the post.
Why?
So yes, while Luna's getting ready to go into the water, Belath gets the foulest smell he can imagine as he pops the lid.
I can't hear, man. Something's
Sorry, there's a little
strange.
background something.
Yes, so Belath gets the foulest smell he could ever imagine as he pops the cork. And as he drinks it, the smell was the pleasant experience of the aspect of taking the potion. So I'm assuming he then continues into the water.
Okay, so he's on mute at the moment. So.
He is, yes. So does Luna leave anything behind?
Well, I guess my adventure pouch and my I don't think I have any weapon. Let me check.
Yeah, man, all I was bringing was my daggers and these tools. That's all I was going to bring down.
Okay.
Yeah, I will bring. How healers tools work at the water? They don't work, right? Because
Well, considering
bandaging.
you can't really bandage someone underwater with stuff that generally stays away from water.
Yeah, I will leave the healer's tools out and the Pathfinder notebooks out and my adventure spec out. The rest I will bring in. The Wayfinder isn't like something that you can like wet, right?
You can use the Wayfinder in the wet.
Okay, because it still provides light if nothing else.
Okay, then that's it.
Corda's also gone with the coil of rope over his shoulder as well. I've let you take out the backpack. So.
Okay, so walking underwater is an interesting experience because the ground itself, you sort of sink up to your knees as you walk. It's not the hard ground you would have expected.
Mm-hmm. Is Corda finding that harder than the others? Presumably he's in heavier armour that's more weighting them down, or is it generally everyone's weight? It turns out really equal when you're at the bottom of the ocean.
It is fairly equal when you're at the bottom of the ocean. The benefit you have is you don't float up as high if you jump.
Yep. Kind of slow going across the way there, but yeah. So, have we got to the bottom of the stairs? Can we see anything or any creatures or things to worry about?
Well, at the moment you don't have a light source going.
Well, Corda will activate his Wayfinder as soon as he was underwater by himself. So.
Okay, so you see that your light is reaching out quite a distance.
Okay.
As it is lighting up the whole section of water you're in. Very much like a beacon on a mountaintop.
Absolutely. And the important bit being that he got a more distance for them to see him coming.
Okay, so you don't notice anything in particular coming your way, but you do notice things heading away from you as they enter the light sphere.
Yeah.
Most things don't like to be in the light.
Corda will lead the way towards the ship then, if people are ready and heading off.
Okay, so with the big bright light, you think you'll be able to convince most creatures at this depth to stay away from you.
Mm-hmm. Corda also has his trident extended at the present time. Let's start with it extended.
Okay, give me a survival roll as you lead the way there.
Corda will use assurance because he's happy for his survival for a check of 15.
Okay, you find a barely passable path to the ship.
Okay.
There are bits of rock or creatures in the ground itself that you use to bounce along a lot faster.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, whilst he hasn't done underwater survival, his baseline is swamp, so hey, it's just a really thick atmosphere. It's a swamp with a really thick atmosphere.
It is. And you make it to the boat rather quickly with the ability to get in through the side with a huge gaping hole in it. It looks like it crashed into a rock side on, and that's why it sunk.
Or possibly crashed into the crow.
That is a rock side on.
Yep.
Most people don't think it has dungeons inside it. Most people think it's just a solid pillar of rock.
That's right, yes. There's certainly no reason to go all the way around to look at other ways of expressing this stage, don't think. So he's happy to take a look inside the hole to see if you can see anything inside it, and work out which way the cabin is likely to be from here.
Okay. How much knowledge does Corda have of ships?
Well, we grew up in Sandpoint, which is a fishing village. So
and I will give him.
boats.
I'll give him a Sandpoint lore roll.
So I don't. That's officially his
He
officially his law that he's got is Pathfinder and Swamp law.
He should also have a Sandpoint lore based on his home location.
Hometown.
Yeah.
All good. In which case it would be 16.
Okay, so because he should be considered trained in it. So you know that with a 16 that the captain's cabin normally comes out onto the deck itself.
Yep.
So
presumably towards the rear of the boat rather than the front of the boat.
That is correct. So you realise coming in through the side means you got to go through whatever cargo would be there, where most creatures would be using as a lair.
Yeah.
Captain's cabin doesn't have as much space to move around in and would probably still be locked.
Yeah, that's right. He's happy to come through from the side, and particularly if there's looking in the hold, does it look like it's cramped and crowded?
It does look cramped and crowded. It also looks like if you were to find a creature in here, you would be forced to fight it because it would not be able to flee.
Yep. So.
Whereas if you went over the top, it would give it any creature on the deck would probably go over the side of the ship to stay away from the light.
Yeah. So, looking through the side, can he see an easy staircase or ladder leading up?
No, but it's quite easy to climb up the side of the ship.
Oh, absolutely. No, more I'm happy that it can climb up the outside, but it was more just if there was convenient step ladders inside.
There doesn't appear to be any visible from the hull.
So, but we can't see anything in there as such. Yeah, Corda's happy to go up the side of the hull. Encourage people to, we'll just head straight up to the deck rather than going underneath at this stage. We might look through the cargo hold afterwards on the way out to see if there's actually any cargo worth recovering. But let's find the boat first.
Well, the story you know of it was he had no cargo when he sunk the ship.
Yeah.
So yes, you reach the deck, and you do see something scuttle over the side as you come up with a bright light.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll stay on the alert. But if things run away, happy to let them run away.
You reach the captain's cabin quite easily, and it is locked.
And this is where Sparky comes into her own underwater lockpicking. So I would like to, if that's okay, and if Cordar instructs me to do this, because I'm based on Cordar is the man with the light, I'd like to do a check on the door, see if I can unlock it. I'd like to do a perception check first, and then I'll do yeah. So that's a total of. I'm looking for traps, Martin. So I'm looking at 20 total.
Okay. Let me have a quick look at that. So I have to check to see if that is a secret roll or not.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Worst case, I got a +10.
Well, I mean, the point is that it certainly, yes, whether you find any traps or not does not necessarily mean success.
Pepsi, please.
I don't know. I'm still trying to, unlock it, but I just thought
Often it would be a case that the GM might roll it just to ensure that you don't know how confident you were.
Oh, Sparky's super confident after her last success.
So what's your bonus?
+10 for trap checks.
You're super confident that there's no traps.
Okay, I'd like to try to unlock the door now. I can roll that myself, I assume. That'll be a thievery roll.
And for no reason did I just put the dice down that way.
I don't like which you do that, man. Anyway, that's alright. That's okay. I've rolled a good roll so far, so it could be worse. It's only underwater. Oh, fuck this dice.
Let's face it, it's probably not explosive wound.
That's a natural one, Martin, so I'll leave it up to you.
Okay, so there is a quick snap in your hand.
Lockpick snaps?
Yep.
Okay, I've got 10 of them. That's okay. I will run across one.
Did it snap inside the lock?
It did snap inside the lock.
Corday, take it.
I just look at Corday and shrug my shoulders and go,
Corday, take a look at the door. I'm guessing he's thinking, maybe it's a bit rotted and flimsy now. He'll try and give it a kick to bash his way into it.
Give me a athletics check.
And the hinges should be rotted as hell, just like mom.
13 plus 22.
It pops open.
okay, I'll put that dice away because that dice is not going to be used ever again tonight. Damn it.
And yep.
I feel deflated, but I still continue. So.
After kicking in the door, Corda will momentarily stand back in case something tries to rush out of the cabin, but then we'll look in, assuming nothing does. So.
Nothing rushes out, and it is a bit murkier in there, as if something's not been in there for a while. Things floating around. Bits of debris from the cabin.
In that case then he'll look in and see if he can look at any equipment or furniture and things like that that's in there.
Okay, so what is your perception bonus?
+7.
+7? Okay, so technically that is a secret roll as well.
All good.
So, yes, you have a look. You don't see anything that leaps out at you.
Okay. We'll go in then and have a look around and see if we can find a chest and any other bits and pieces that might be in there. We'll do a proper search.
I'll join you with a search if that's okay, Martin.
Okay.
Assuming the others are also going to be searching, unless someone's going to be searching other parts of the ship. It's up to them.
Okay, so it's Sparky and Cordo doing the search. Are the other two standing outside?
Yeah.
No, Bellas is very much involved.
Okay,
Yes,
Bella
sure,
as well. So, what is each person's perception? So we'll start with Cordo.
I'm +7. Roll me well. It's a
Unfortunately, it is a secret roll.
No, you're good. Okay.
Mark, what is your bonus?
My bonus is +9, Martin.
And what is Ballas' bonus?
7.
Okay, so apparently with all that, I'll leave it on Ballas' roll. So
hopefully, I'm pissed he's not that hard to find.
apparently Ballas found it while everyone else was still looking.
That's right, yeah.
Look at it this way. With everyone's bonuses, everyone got lower than Ballas' roll.
Yep. Yeah, I'd say that.
Hey, nerds. While you're busy pissing around over there, I found the chest. It's right here.
I'm just looking at my hand going, ooh, wow, in the water, doing a whole kind of hip damn. Okay.
Hey, hold on. Stop breaking picks and open this thing.
Okay, I'll go over and check it first, Martin.
It's locked.
It's locked. Can I do a trap check first?
You can.
Oh,
Let me give you a secret roll for that one.
Plus 10.
You don't believe it's trapped. It's fine. Good to go. Perfect.
Cool. I'm going to try and unlock it. That's my roll this time. This is going to be fun again. Come on, dice. Don't let me down again. It's alright. That's 21 total, mate.
A 21 total. Okay. There's a straining. You seem to be struggling to open this one.
My lockpick didn't break,
And
mate.
suddenly 30 sharks.
Okay.
And there's a tapping on the window.
Go ahead, mate.
There's a tapping on the window. Tap 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 tap.
I know it's a raven. It has to
Oh,
be
it's
a raven.
definitely a raven.
Yeah. I'm thinking of
The
Simpsons here.
concerning thing is the raven presumably didn't drink most of the water breathing.
Oh, okay. Which raven I'm thinking about here too as well. But anyway,
Exactly right.
that's right. Can I try again, Martin?
You can.
On the. Okay.
You do have a penalty though, especially considering the tapping is very unnerving.
What else have I got? I'm just seeing what else I've got here to help me. No.
Hold on, can you open the window, please?
No, it's not stone cutting. That's a little bit better. That's a 24, Martin.
So 24. Okay, the lock pops open and a bright light assaults you.
A bright light.
Yep. Bright flash of light.
Okay. Reflex save or not?
Sure.
Okay, I should have let you say reflex the save, but I'm going to do it anyway because I asked a stupid question. So,
Yeah.
what's it?
It's like I've never played with Martin before.
Oh,
The
the
reflex
reflex.
can come in your eyes and get me. Oh, I think I know there's nothing to worry about.
That's a 30 reflex, Martin.
Okay, so everyone watches as Sparky turns, bends down, and covers her eyes.
And then I slowly look back up and I go, am I? And I start patting myself and make sure I'm alive.
As soon as Corda
I'm
sees that,
imagining.
go on, David.
Yeah. I'm imagining with a roll of a 30, not only does she cover her eyes, she does a pirouetted backflip at the same time.
And then she does a whole matrix and goes,
Well,
arms out to the side.
it does the whole slow-mo Matrix thing, but not because she's that good, but because you're underwater and it does move slowly.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Yeah,
The
but
Corda's reaction to her starting to move like that would be he'd start moving towards the cabin door, but obviously wouldn't get very far.
Yep. So you're about 2 steps to the cabin door as you notice nothing's happened but the bright light.
Okay. Can I look back into the chest because I suppose I'm closest to it?
You can, but all you can see from this angle is the light because you're pretty much on the ground trying to duck and cover.
Okay, I stand back up with my whole 5 feet
Yep.
and and I'll look into the chest and see what's causing the bright light.
Currently a mithril rapier.
Oh. I pick up, say, Mr. Rapier. Do I hear voices?
Would you like to hear voices?
No, Martin.
I heard a suggestion there of what I should add in.
The question is yes, because Cordar says, well, Lockerbie said you can keep the rapier.
Okay, I'll use that as my light source. Do I see anything else in that chest?
Yes, you see a buckler beneath it glinting in the light, as well as the brooch.
Okay, I pick up all three things.
Okay, the buckler vibrates in your hands.
It's probably just the current in the water.
You can actually see a shimmering around it in the water.
Ooh, that's cool. Okay, I'll pick up three and I'll go over and hand the brooch to Cordar because for some reason my character trusts Cordar. Don't know yet. But I'll go to Cordar. Cordar, I think this is the brooch. I'll let you, because you were talking to the captain. You can present it to the captain. We didn't see anything else in this cabin at all, did we, Martin?
No, everything else in here looks damaged by the water. These are the only things here that you think could have survived besides the lock mechanism. You probably could have lifted the chest from the other way while the lock was still intact.
Yeah, okay. Well, that would have been the best option. We could actually just take the chest with us and take it back up on ground thing where we could actually smash it open if we needed to.
That's also a possibility.
That's okay. I brought my thieves' tool for a reason, just in case.
Okay, and I'm assuming we haven't actually spent much time under here yet.
Not yet. Just probably about 10 minutes, maybe?
Okay. I do motion to Cordar, we might want to head back.
I'd probably say closer to 20, actually.
Yeah, okay, well, I mean, that's fine. Well, Cordar's going to say the fact that, well, I did note that, at least while the potion's in effect, the taste of it is certainly more noticeable when you're outside the water.
He's not wrong.
But do we know how long it will last for?
I shrug my shoulders because I didn't ask that question. I do suggest we might want to get back just to make sure we don't run out of water.
You won't run out of water, that's for sure.
I'm not suggesting anything to the DM right now, I'm just saying that I feel more comfortable being back on land. That's all.
You are on land.
Oh, sorry, on land, out of water. That's probably the best way for it.
Ballath looks to Cordar, then looks down towards the cargo hold.
Cordar's happy that we can actually at least have a look in the cargo hold to see if there's anything there.
I reckon
I'm not certain that I would entirely trust Captain Breakaway, whatever he was, by saying he was carrying nothing.
I know it was the Pathfinders who told you that.
Sorry?
He didn't say what he was carrying, it was the Pathfinders.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. But even so, then, he does seem like the type of person that might carry things that may not be necessarily accounted for.
Contraband, Cordar, contraband.
Okay, that's okay. I'm just looking at my new rapier and watch it glow. That's all I'm happy with. So I'll follow whatever they do.
Who says it's yours?
I would agree that we don't know exactly how long we've got. So Cordar's taking a quick thought about, okay, how long did it actually take to get here? Yeah, he reckons he can hold his breath long enough. So he's happy to go down and have a look.
Come on.
If others want to be there.
Get at it, let's get at it.
Yeah, okay, well, we go from the deck. You'll aim to go through the hatch or whatever from the deck.
There is a hatch there. It is partly broken open. There is a hole that you can go in directly. You can see down into the hole.
Yep, and he's deliberately flashing the light in there nice and bright to give time for people to run out through the hole in the ship if they want to.
Okay. As you shine the light down there, a plank of wood seems to cover over the hole you're shining the light in.
What the hell?
I know, I have a good feeling what it is, but I won't decide.
I suspect that there's something down there that may not like the light. How can you
don't say.
I heard there's a boss on this or something.
Be like there's poop down there.
So if he's shining light from his thing, I'll shine the light from the rapier. Does that make it any stronger down there at all?
What, you want to stick the rapier in through the...
No, I'm just shining it from above. I don't want to put it down there.
No, because there's a plank across the hole now. What he said.
I like that commence his Wayfinder too.
So Cordar is going to stomp on the plank to try and push it back down the way.
Okay, give me an athletics check. At this point, Belath gets a remote warning of danger.
My spidey senses are tingling.
16, 25 for athletics.
Bella backs away from the hole and looks at any other opening or area.
Okay, so you manage to make the plank drop at about half a foot as you then get pushed back up again.
Okay.
At that point, Belath gets a glance of something large in the under area, and its eye was looking directly at him.
Whoa, whatever it is isn't small. Maybe we shouldn't be messing. Just kidding, let's go cook some stuff.
It does seem to be fairly strong. Perhaps if we, perhaps if others want to have a look down through the side of the ship, I'll keep it distracted here at the top. We can see, you may be able to see what it is that we're dealing with.
Hang on, just wait. And just hang. Excuse me, Mr. Fishboy, what are you doing in there? Hello?
Give me a moment while I look up to see if it can respond.
Oh yeah, no, he's still. Hello? Excuse me?
Cordar will be suggesting to Sparky that
Well,
maybe worth having a look down through the other side of the hull of the ship and see if you can see what it actually is.
Okay.
While we're keeping it up here.
So the whole ship vibrates with trying to sleep words vibrating through your legs.
What?
Sorry,
between our legs?
Can you say that again, please?
The entire ship vibrates as you hear something saying in common, I'm trying to sleep.
Shit.
I suspect it was big enough to shake the ship when it talks. There's probably not much cargo left in there.
Let's go.
You also notice the water in the area you're in start dropping in temperature rather quickly.
Okay, let's get out of here. I'm really keen to get out of here. I'm kind of... This doesn't feel good.
Cordar's happy to head off saying that. I don't think there's anything worthwhile chasing at that stage.
Nope.
I know you're trying to sleep, but is there anything you want? Is there anything I can bring back to you?
Sacrifice.
If Pimmick was here, he would be running straight away back to the stairs. I'm just putting it out there.
Belloc immediately looks at Sparky. Sorry, just involuntarily glances at Sparky.
Sparky, do I hear this too, bud? Is that right?
Yes, you do hear the word a sacrifice.
And yeah, because he's talking in common.
He is.
And I just look at Belloc going, nah. Let's get out of here.
Everyone can make a nature roll.
Okay, nature roll. What have I got nature? I'm training nature. How am I training nature?
You're just naturally good.
I'm trained a lot.
Cordar's trained in nature, so he got to 9.
I got 7. I got a dwarven stone cutting 17. Just dwarf. It's just a 17. So.
How did Belath go?
Can somebody roll something for me?
Oh, I got a 17 for you.
I'll take that. 18.
And how about our good friend Luno?
Someone roll for me? What's the
16 for you, Victor.
It's nature.
What's the check?
Nature.
Nature, okay. Nature I am 10, so plus 8.
24.
Okay, so Luna recognizes that you have awoken a kraken.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what? Sorry.
A kraken.
It's a kraken.
So, in perspective to your characters, it is an 18th level character. Oh, sorry, 18th level challenge for a party.
That's right, yes. That's right. It can handle a party of 4 18th level characters by itself.
Did Bella succeed in figuring out what it was?
18, probably not.
With an 18, no, but Luna would be able to tell you. All you know is it is a ancient beast of nature that is probably elemental in nature.
Bella leaves.
Okay. Does Luna use the word kraken?
Yeah, I use.
Leave. Yeah.
Corda certainly
Really
recognises the
running.
word kraken.
Sparky
If
leaves.
you can run while swimming, then that's what Bella's doing.
Sparky's following Bella.
Corda's moving off quietly and so, yep, we'll leave you to your rest.
As you leave, you hear it say, "It will seek you out soon enough." Now it knows what you taste like.
Did we just piss off a kraken? Was that what just got a feeling?
Yes.
Did we just wake a kraken out of sleep and now it's hungry?
Yeah.
I feel like I love this party. It's great.
So what I'm hearing is we must be gods or demigods because we were able to wake the kraken.
Okay. I hope
Bella
you're
is
saying.
planning how to sacrifice people to the Kraken.
I'm planning if I hear that from Corda on his way out.
If you're not coming to the courthouse, it's coming to
No, it's okay. If Corda says that, I'll make sure I'm fairly big distance away from Corda when it's said. I've still got my, got my rapier still lighting.
But of course, from Bella's perspective, he's thinking, I'm sure I can snap some cane to the side of the crow. It's perfectly acceptable. Sacrificial point.
I wonder if the Kraken eats eyes.
I know where you're going. Why is this going from let's run away from a dangerous thing? Let's join it.
No, it's more so just to give you an insight into Bella's thinking, which is horrifying in its own. He's thinking, oh God, this giant, horrifying creature is trying to kill me and will forever remember me. I need to either keep it satiated or grow to growing power so that I can destroy it myself. But until then, I'm going to start finding very guilty people to sacrifice to it.
Whereas Corda was thinking, this is certainly a concern for Magnemar if the Kraken is living only 100 feet below the level of water in the harbour.
God, you're a nerd.
He's planning on warning the Pathfinder Society and or the town council that be aware.
I feel like Sparky's more interested in knowing that on her map that she's going to draw when she gets out of the water, she's going to put a big cross against there with a death symbol on it saying do not go there, where the ship is, so she can warn people about this in the future. So, being the cartographer she is, so...
Possibly, Captain...
Either way, I'm scared.
Oh yeah, Sparky's been... Yeah, sorry, Jerry.
Possibly Captain Breakwave's been maligned in the sense that maybe he didn't run into the side of the crow, maybe he got taken down by the Kraken.
I think we should ask that question if we get out of the water now. I think we need to ask this question to the captain. I think he didn't tell us the full story. I'm using...
Maybe the captain was trying to sacrifice us to the Kraken.
Well, he did say it was in the captain's cabin, not in the hold.
He did give us the right directions, which could have been the other way.
You're suggesting that the captain was transporting the Kraken?
Well, it could have been the Kraken turned him into a non-living creature, or a living creature of not living. Look, too much things in Sparky's head. She just wants to get out of the water.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So right now it's a case of, yep.
Okay, so
I'm happy to accept the bad taste in my mouth.
you spend 10 minutes of extremely slow running. And then finally make it out of the water. To the lovely sight of a glowing hellhound and 2 ravens in conversation.
And hitting perception as well.
Can we actually talk to the hellhound? Does the hellhound speak at all?
The hellhound whines and responds as a dog would using tones.
I don't know.
And it just stares at you when you come out of the water.
Okay.
What was coming out of the water, sorry?
It stares at Sparky as Sparky gets out of the water.
Alright, yeah. Well, Cordar is ignoring the other elements within the group at the present time as he goes back to his gear and he will remove his armour and remove his leathers and things like that and start drying them off and laying them out to dry off a bit and aim to I wonder whether or not we got the... We get any wood and stuff around at all?
There's not much wood around, but you can grab some.
Like,
there is some driftwood that has come up from various things.
Basically, you'll be looking to try and start a small fire to actually try and help dry off and warm up before we move on.
I do point a fact out to Cordar saying, are you trying to encourage him to come and visit us next this fire? Or do you think it's not going to follow us? I asked that out loud to Cordar. I'm worried that it might try to follow us. What's your thoughts?
Well, it was apparently trying to sleep.
Yes, we're woken up. We want to sacrifice. It likes the taste of us. I'm just getting three things that add to. If I'm really hungry, I know where to get food kind of situation. And it's like, just put it out there. I just thought I'll just, if it does happen, I'm just going to say, I told you so. That's all.
Well, leave the door open and we'll be. You can run through and wait on the other side if you wish.
I would like to make sure I'm not the closest one to the open water entry.
You can either go up to the observation dome and stare out and watch it.
Is it actually out of the ship now, or is it still in the ship? Because
you don't know because you haven't been able to see the ship as well halfway back to the door.
Okay. No, it's okay. As long as if I see a hint of movement from the ship towards our way, I'm going to be running back up to that room I blew up. But no, I'm happy to get warm for the time being. I am a Maori.
The room is quite warm considering the hellhound is here.
Oh yeah, I might regret saying this. I'm going to see if I can.
He's such a good puppy.
I'm just going to see if I can warm my hands. No, we're not touching the hellhound, but just get enough heat to warm my hands up.
As Balaf calls him a good puppy, his flames get more intense.
Okay, I stand a bit back a little bit, just enough so I can just get warm, but not to get fried.
Seems a happy puppy is a hot puppy.
Good boy.
Oh no. Okay. I'm looking at the. I suppose I've got the buckler and the rapier. Can I just look at those both? I don't want to identify it yet because we've still got some. Oh, how long does it take to identify? Is that kind of a? I can't remember in Pathfinder, Jay.
That is using a 10-minute ritual spell.
Okay, I don't have that. I was like, cancel that idea. I'll wait till I get back to the Pathfinder Society. But I'm just going to admire the buckler and the rapier. Do I see anything special on them at all from when I look at it? Except for one glows really hotly and one shimmers kind of thing. So.
There is a audible hum coming from the shield once you take it out of the water.
Interesting. Okay. And I
Cordar will take.
Have a look at it. You can have a look at it. Okay.
No, Cordar will take a look at the brooch and just confirm that it does match the description of what we're looking for.
Even down to the engraving.
Yep. Sweet. Just please, you let us know that, because if we have to go back there again, I'm very concerned. But
yes, Cordar will confirm. Yes, seems we found the right spot. So.
And I'll let Bella know. Let's find out what these things do, and then we will decide what we do with them. I'm not saying they're mine, okay? Bella, I just thought they looked very shiny, and I thought I'd hang on to it for a little bit.
I don't care. You can have the damn sword for conscious.
May I have a look?
You may have a look. I just had both. Just have for Cordar to have a look at both of them. So
Cordar will just test it, like I say, not particularly in rapier or buckler, but he'll just test their heft and balance.
The rapier feels really nice in your hands. It's almost like it was made for it.
that's one thing I'm actually trained in is rapier for some reason.
And the buckler, yeah, it's a rogue. Yeah, you get rapier of things. So yes.
Yeah,
the buckler is a good size and weight for the design.
Give me a sec to see if I can actually find a actual made one, because there might be if there's an already made one, it would be great to be able to use, but no, there is not. So the buckler itself seems to be made out of an unusual material.
Okay. So, well, yes. Cordar will hand both back to Sparky, saying that there is certainly power in both these items. I feel that they're a good size and weight for one such as yourself.
Let's find out a bit more from when we get back upstairs. But
you don't hand them to the other members of the party.
What was that, Martin?
You don't hand them to the other members of the party.
Unless they ask for them, if they want to have a look at them, I don't mind. Sparky's just keen on an adventure where she took away a trap, escaped a kraken, all these stories that she can write up. She's very happy so far. So anything's a bonus.
If you need some training on using such a delicate weapon, I'm sure I can give you some pointers.
No. Because I'm already trained, so I'm just going to go, oh really? And I'll just go do a few rapier things, jump. I'm really okay with this.
Okay, so you start doing rapier things with the weapon. That's what I hear? That's what I'm hearing here, isn't it?
I just show that I can actually use a rapier, that sort of thing. Nothing too fancy over the top like any sort of...
Okay, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god, why do I say things like this? Why do I do it? Wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a will or wisdom?
Sorry,
will in Pathfinder.
Will saving throw.
Will.
I bounce between the systems so often, I interchange them.
That's a 14 total with a +9, so...
Okay, so suddenly you see Sparky using the sword like a grandmaster. Doing flourishes you've never seen done in person, but read about in historical records from the Pathfinder Society. Almost moving with a blur of motion.
Okay. Well, Cordar will step back as the display goes on, and then say, well, yep. It certainly seems the weapon knows how to use you.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. But
and at this point, you realise you were just about to swing the sword. You've done nothing.
Do I know that, or does it?
You know that.
I know that.
You know that.
Okay. I don't mention it to anyone. I'm still uncertain so far, but I'll see how we go.
And you have a feeling of intense satisfaction in your hands.
I feel happy.
Well, no, not you. Your hands feel happy.
And I'm sure you'll find the buckler will be quite effective, but easily you use your crossbow. So.
What's a crossbow? I'd say.
Do you strap the buckler?
The item you carefully put down there to ensure.
Oh, okay.
Do you strap the buckler on?
Right, I'll pick everything up back up, and I will feel that I just can't. I don't know yet. I'm gonna just hang on to it and just. I don't want to really put it in the backpack. It's too good to put in the backpack. I keep thinking to myself. So.
Do you put the buckler on?
No, I'm just gonna. I might put the buckler into the backpack, but I might hang it to the rapier. Does that make sense?
You know, you can strap the buckler to your arm. It'll have barely. You'll barely know it's there, and it don't provide defense.
Okay, if Cordar suggests that. I see nothing wrong with that suggestion right now. I have nothing to worry myself. So I will strap the buckler to my other arm.
Okay, give me a... Oh, actually, what is your perception?
Perception is +9.
Okay, yeah, nothing to worry about there. So you strap it to your arm.
I love how you do that, Ross. Okay. I think we need to go see our captain friend. Maybe ask a question or two.
Well, you can certainly let him know that we've recovered the boat, and I'm sure you'll thank him for the generous offer that you provided.
I will thank him.
We don't need more. As far as I'm concerned, we don't need more than the opportunity to set a greeting woman's heart at ease.
That is so noble there, Cordar. I'll say
Okay. So you return to the room with the captain.
Yeah.
He greets you upon your return. How goes?
Will, again, I'm assuming he has made himself visible. Has he still hiding?
He still has not made himself visible.
Yep. Cornell will say that I believe we found the boat you were looking for, or you wish to recover. It certainly matched the description you gave.
Return here after giving it to his wife, and he will lead you to where you want to go.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we're in no particular rush to get further yet, but if we were to go to your wife now, it would mean that we would not be able to get back until the following day at best, to see how long it takes to actually...
He does not care about the passing of time. Time is no longer relevant to him.
And I do thank him, saying, you have a marvellous rapier and buckler there.
And Cornell will ask, say, the item, your sword and shield, do they have a history beyond previous to when you had them?
They do. The shield came down from a adventurer who died at sea. They had carried it for many years, but he was unable to save them, and it has a strange name inscribed on the inside of it, which he could never read.
More importantly, how did your ship sink?
It filled with water and went down, he says, with a very straight-sounding voice.
Yes. What caused the water to come into the ship?
He would assume it was a hole in the side of the ship.
And what caused the hole?
That he's not so sure about because he was unconscious at the time, having died.
Well, is there any reason why we would have found a kraken inside your ship?
Well, a crack in the side of the ship, he can understand because he said there was a hole in the ship.
Maybe your unlife has affected your ears, but a kraken, a beast of the deep, a giant squid, just capable of destroying just about anything.
There is a pause, and he says, he thought you were joking about a kraken because no one would really expect a kraken to be in the ship this close to a city.
And yet, there it was.
So why did you summon a kraken to the city?
We didn't. It was in your ship.
He didn't put it there.
And yet, it still Yeah.
Well, he can't go out to the salt water, so he doesn't know why it's there.
Well, it's lucky that you're not alive, otherwise it would have probably eaten you.
Oh, I'm sure it wouldn't care if he was living or dead. He's still fleshy.
I look at Belaf, give him a look of, you're not going anywhere with this. And
do you know the name of the adventurer who previously owned the buckler?
No, they didn't have a name inscribed on any of their clothing.
So he was a someone you found shipwrecked, I guess.
Flotsam.
Flotsam, yes. Okay. Well.
Whereas a sword he inherited from a friendly captain who lost it in a card game.
So what you're telling me is that the shield doesn't really protect anyone, considering its past 2 owners are dead.
Do you happen to know the name of the captain who lost it at cards?
No, but he seemed quite happy to have lost it.
I feel a kind of regret in my internal systems right now, thinking that, oh, not again, Mark, not again. But anyway, when he says that, I go, I think we need to go upstairs and talk to pass this brooch onto his wife and come back downstairs.
Yeah, he never used the sword. He only stuck it in his chest because, well, he wasn't really much of a swordsman. But it was pretty.
Okay.
Well, yes, okay. If people are happy to postpone our further progress, and we can return the brooch and set this poor lady's heart at ease.
I think we do that.
Yeah.
I'm if we are going to walk back, I'm going to walk beside Bellath and going, I don't know if this is bad or not, right? While we're at a distance of the captain and we're walking back, I'm just going,
Yes.
This rapier.
Well,
Well, you know when I did that fancy display before?
So, as you get closer, you notice both ravens fly off.
Oh.
Before Corda's happy to let the others go ahead briefly, because he wants to have a final word to the captain afterwards. Do you wish you wanted to ensure that to tell your wife that you're dead? Would you wish to have any final words that we might have found written down to pass back to her?
If you could think of something that would make her feel better, feel free, but he was never a good talker in life. He hasn't learned how to talk better in death.
But you appear to be quite the fine painter.
I paint well, I talk terribly.
Well, please be at ease that I shall return the brooch to your wife and aim to ensure that she can move on with her life if she's otherwise good.
He wishes that she can have a full, long life.
I'll aim to then catch up with the others if we head back to the magma.
Okay, you spend a couple of hours heading back.
Okay, while I'm talking to Bellath, and as the crows go away, does the hellhound feel the same way, or just the crows?
The hellhound sort of goes to the other side of Balath.
such a good boy.
So, Bellath, this rapier, I think there's something unusual about it. I'm just getting this new thing.
Cast.
Probably is, but what? And I just kind of take it by, and I just go, cursed?
Oh yeah, we've seen plenty of cursed items.
Have you? It's the first cursed item I've ever seen.
Well, it might not be cursed, but I mean, generally nothing good happens to nice people. So, I don't know, it could take over you, it could poison you, it could kill you, it could slowly drain your life force and become intelligent. You really never know.
I go from a inquisitive look to a dreadful look of, oh fuck,
Corda might come up behind about this time and overhear the conversation. Lean down and whisper quietly in Sparky's other ear, saying, "Well, it would appear that the crows and the hellhound don't like them. That's probably a good thing."
And I whisper back to Corda going, "That's the bit I'm not concerned about. We'll see. Well, I think we need to talk to... I forgot her lady's name, Pathfinder Society. Marsh, okay. I think we need to talk to Lady Harmarsh about this. I think she needs to have a good look at this thing." So...
I think maybe don't be such a nerd about Lady Hindmarsh and live your own life.
Well, I feel that it deserves a look over at least. It could
be worth examining its properties and/or if we can determine its history.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in history. Curse, whatever. I mean, that's you. That's all you. That's all.
Oh yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. That's
understand. What I would say, I wouldn't stress too much about the rapier, but keep in mind that buckler has had at least two owners that previously haven't survived. So that might be more concerned about.
Well, no matter how good it is, it's still over the size of a dinner plate. There's only so much you can protect from.
Yes, and no matter how small you are, Cornell, you seem to make the most annoying noise.
Wow, I just found out one of my character gets a bonus to sense motive on lies. So I'm not going to roll it again.
Over time.
No, definitely. I've got a feeling I can't believe I picked Oathbreaker. Okay. So
just keep rolling. Don't stop through every session.
No. See, that's why you joined the party, because you wanted to maintain your skills by dealing with Bellas every day.
While I feel...
Oh, why do you need to be an inquisitor?
So, from Corda, I feel more comfortable with Corda. Every time Bella talks, I feel a bit down. So, it goes up, down, and I just go, just get out of here. I'm just going to talk to Lady Harmarsh, then she'll give you a straight answer. I'm thinking to myself, so...
Okay, you reach the city at sunset.
Okay. Can I just go back to where the ship was, and do I notice anything?
Oh, you can see the place where the ship was. It's all dark down there. The sun is set.
That's cool. Just making sure that nothing pops out of the water. That's all I'm thinking about. So, we'll head back to the Pathfinder Society. Maybe in the morning we drop off the brooch.
Okay. As you turn away from the water, you see a ripple right where you think the ship was.
I start quickening the pace a bit back to the Pathfinder Society.
Corda suggesting the fact that, well, you guys head back to the Pathfinder Society. I might see if I can catch up with Madam
Lisa Jane Brast.
Yes, and well, you head to Pathfinder Society. I'm going to go see Madam Dog.
I about to question it, then I look at Bella through the dog, and I go, I don't question it, I just go to the Pathfinder Society.
Okay.
Yeah, in the first Sparky I would have questioned everything. Now she just realised Bella and just doesn't want to argue with us.
And how would Luna like to go? Apparently the party's splitting in 3 different directions. Would Luna like to make it 4?
Of course not.
Which way do you go?
Well, besides Kodar being a dick, I guess I will follow him.
Dick? I think Kodar's been quite nice, thank you. I take it, while I do have issues with a lot of Kodar's decisions, as Sparky, I think he's been quite generous and right.
He's always been good and just.
That's right.
No, he's only just been good.
So, if I have enough time, I won't go back to the Pathfinder Society. All I want to do is just show the 2 items to Lady Highmarsh and see if she can know any information about it.
Okay, so you head off. Okay, so we will do Jeremy and Victor heading off for Lisa Jane Brast.
Yep.
You know she's on Washer's Row working as a laundress.
So, So as we go in there then, well, I will like to talk to Luna and say, is there... Do you feel there's a particular tale that we should provide with this work? My feeling is that we can say that we were exploring the tower out on the water there, and we found the brooch, and we called the tale, heard from others, we called the tale that her husband had died in the area, and noted that the inscription on the brooch appeared to be the initials of her husband.
That's you, Victor.
Do you have any concerns with that?
No. What I can try is like try another shadow code and see whatever I can make it for the test.
What is your occult bonus?
My normal occult bonus is.
Are you doing
Plus
this?
8.
Are you doing this as a assurance test, or are you rolling? Having it done as a separate roll?
Let's go for assurance first, so I get a total of 17.
Okay.
What are you trying to achieve?
You do not.
I'm trying to get. I try to get whatever is printed into this.
It's got the initials LJ on it.
Okay, it has it has the initials of the captain inscribed on the front of the brooch.
Lockerbie Brass, LB.
Oh, okay, then it's just the captain thing. So nothing else.
You think it has meaning for the captain's name and potentially his wife's name, who shares the same initials.
If I do a detect magic, I can send up being. I send up in all directions, right? I can't just like see if the thing is magical or not.
If you detect magic and anyone has magic on them you don't know about, it automatically detects magic.
Yeah, I will try to send in a post.
Okay, so you visibly cast magic in town as you detect magic.
Corda will be stopping her as soon as she starts going to do any kills. What are you doing?
Wait, what? I was trying to see if this thing
Don't go around doing magic in the middle of town.
Okay.
Not unless you want to attract attention that we don't need. It doesn't matter what the brooch is. It's being returned.
Yeah, but I'm curious.
About what?
If there's more to this thing as it should.
And if there is?
If there is, I wanna know.
And what will happen if it is? What's the difference? We're still returning it to his wife. It matters not what the brooch is, how valuable it is, what it might have done. The only importance is that it's valuable to her.
Actually, the only importance is security, so you can steal it up. That's just it.
That got nothing to do with making the brooch, though.
Okay then.
It's determining the risk reward basis.
Okay, so you continue on towards her. So while you're heading towards her, I will now switch over to David and say, where is Balaf heading?
Oh, he's looking for criminals.
Okay.
Really dodgy and crappy criminals. Like murderers and rapists. That's what he's looking for. And just to really sum it up, like it's not a very important thing. The idea is that he finds a scum of the earth lowlife, uses, I don't know, some form, probably magic, to knock him out, and tie him up, take him into a boat, tie a rock to him, and throw him overboard above the dragon.
Okay,
Sacrifice.
you find many who fit that bill. Take one. With considering you have a hellhound and 2 ravens. who are quite willing to assist.
Cool. So yeah, essentially he's gonna do that, knock one out, try him up, weight him down with a large rock, find a boat, row out to the Kraken, and sacrifice.
Okay. As you
yeah, cool. So
as you row back to the pier, you see that there is a Hell Knight waiting for you.
right.
You there?
Cool.
Okay, so moving back over to Jeremy and Victor. You know where she works. You know you've also discovered where she lives. Where do you want to get her? In the workplace or at home?
I would expect that she'd be home at this time of the day, so I would certainly try there first.
Okay. There is a light on in her home.
So then, yep, we will go up to the front door and knock politely.
Okay. Noting where she lives, her front door is her only door.
I wasn't down there for a moment. I'm being polite.
And her window is her only window.
Yep.
She opens up, still dressed in black, and asks, what do you want? What has she done?
Greetings, man. My name is Cordar. My friend here is Luna. Are you the lady, Eliza Breast?
Liza Jane Breast, yes, is my name, and why does someone want me to say my name?
The lady. I understand that you are in mourning.
My husband has died.
My friend and I were actually just recently out diving by the tower, the Crow, and were unfortunate enough to discover the wreckage of a ship down there.
Did you find my husband?
We found no evidence or remains of anyone on the ship. However, we did find this brooch in the captain's cabin.
Okay, she
what we
bursts into
understand-
tears. Gives you a hug.
As his wife, the brooch should be returned to you.
So she hugs you tightly and thanks you. She didn't think she would see anything from her husband again, as she lost everything when he died.
Well, I am sure that when he passed, he was thinking of you, as you were thinking of him.
This baby, I might as well drink it.
She says, magic? How could we afford magic? We barely got by. Everything was invested in the ship. We lost everything when it went down.
Luna, it is irrelevant what it is. The item is indeed magical. It is the item of her husband for her.
She thanks you again and asks if you would like share some mushroom stew with her. Unfortunately, he's got no meat. She can't afford meat this week.
Milady,
I'll give us money.
It would help if Bella was there.
generous, but not required. And I would be concerned about the fact that as you have lost everything, please, at least, purchase some meat for the next week or two. And you'll give her... I'm trying to find out where mine is and what I've got. Yeah. He'll give her a couple gold pieces, 8 silver pieces, and that'll be 2 gold and 8 silver. Think that comes convenient, taken off my...
Round your funds off nicely.
That's right, yes.
Okay, she thanks you for your wondrous generosity. It's more money than she'll see in a year's work.
Yeah. perhaps it will give you the opportunity to provide a fitting memorial for your husband so that your mourning period may pass sooner.
She thanks you. Do you head back to the Pathfinder Society at that point?
Yep.
Okay, you start heading back with Luna and Balath. You're heading towards the pier.
Yeah, great.
I'm back, by the way.
Yep. And so yes, you reach the pier, and the Hell Knight extends out his hand to help you up.
I'm so fucking concerned. Which what does it? Which sort of Hell Knight does he look like?
Hard to tell. They're all scary.
Just confirming, was this when he reached the pier on his way to the water or from the water?
From the water.
Oh, okay, right. So he's already dumped the body. Okay.
Yep.
So he's not arriving with the body over his shoulder. What the hell, no.
Yep. Bella takes the hand and stands up.
He thanks you for your good deed for the day and hands you a gold piece and wishes you a good day and walks off.
Bella heads to a bar.
The problem for Bella here is something, hang on, which is worse. Hell Knights were nice to me, Hell Knights didn't kill me, Hell Knights said I did a good deed.
Oh, none of that matters. It's not important. Like that level of pride is something only Cordar can understand and experience. Belloc is just trying to remember how to walk.
Okay, give me a memory test for your character. Roll a D. I'll roll it for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so yes, you walk to the closest bar and go in, and sit down and order a drink.
Uh-oh. You know what? Belloc is not going to notice where he is. He is definitely.
Okay, apparently people are buying you drinks. You don't notice who they are. They're just buying you drinks because, of course, you deserve drinks.
Yep, Belloc has the shakes and isn't paying attention.
Yep.
He doesn't hear the chants of Pim Winkle, Pim Winkle, Pim Winkle in the background.
Oh, that would rouse him. That would definitely rouse him.
Come on, Mark. You know you want to do it. Do it.
Oh no, I don't.
Because Belloc is Pim Winkle. As far as his talent's concerned.
I'll burn this fucking town to the ground.
What about this, actually? Did he actually change it to Pinwinkle or something before he did the murder or something?
No, in Magnemar he's still referred to as Pinwinkle.
Remember the description of Pinwinkle went around town with...
That's right. Yeah, I do remember that now. Sorry, it's been a while. Yeah. I thought he turned into Pinwinkle and then came back and murdered someone and then went to the tavern. That's what I was worried about. That's okay. Okay.
He murdered Pinwinkle. He murdered Pinwinkle and took his place.
A few drinks in, Belloc suddenly is drawn the pride stone in him. The pride shard kicks his ass, and suddenly he's the center of attention, and everything is okay.
And then he realizes he's in a tavern full of Hell Knights.
Hang on, I just need to.
And they've been buying you drinks.
Everybody needs to turn their speakers down for a moment. Belloc just, in one word, yells out, "Fuck!" And
everyone stops and looks at you. You've got their full attention.
You know, that wasn't quite the right blaspheme words you should have used there. You should have said, rather than going, "Oh fuck," it should have been, "Oh hell."
Generic Death Knight placating phrase.
Okay, so that would be a persuasion roll, I'm sure.
Yeah, can do.
So, that would be... Deception, I think.
I'll take that more. +9, please.
Okay, so they say another round for our friend Belath.
He's a center of attention, and people congratulating him. The pridefulness is winning over.
As apparently you've fed their pet kraken.
Fuck. But as long as that pet kraken doesn't start chasing me down, I'm happy. I pissed it off. I fed it. I'm pretty sure that, if you wake me up in the morning when I'm really tired, but then you give me food, everything is, evened out. So, whatever. That's all
I'm
good.
glad I'm not this pub right now. I'm glad you're not hearing this.
Okay, so now we're going to our nice friend Sparky. You arrive first at the lodge, and you're let in to speak to Madame Hindmarsh ahead of the others. So that's what she looks like again for everyone.
Good evening, ma'am. In our adventures, I picked up these 2 items, and I wouldn't mind. I'm a bit uncertain about these items, whether they're good or bad, and I wouldn't mind somebody having a look over it for me, please.
Well, she looks at you and says, in most cases, items are rarely good or bad. It's the person who uses them that is the good or bad person. But you are right, some items do have personality and tendencies towards good and evil. So, what disturbs you the most about these items?
I explained the rapier first, how I was about to do something and it did itself, and then I discussed what we found with the captain as well, and what he told us about it, how it was transferred from another captain, how it wasn't. And I just want to know if she could work out what actually is this. It seems to be a nice rapier, but what it is, kind of thing. So if she knows any sort of.
Yeah, she looks at you with a lot of thought as she looks at the rapier, not wanting to touch it at all in any shape or form.
Oh no, that's fair enough. It's more just I'm trying to.
And she says she has heard of rapiers like that. Generally, the owner goes missing, never to be seen from again. Because the item itself gives you skill beyond measure in combat. You can become the ultimate wielder of such a weapon, but
there is a cost, John.
There is a cost, yes. You no longer learn how to use weapons. When it's not controlling you with a weapon, you can't defend yourself with a weapon at all. You become non-proficient with all weaponry.
Oh.
And it doesn't work all the time.
Can I remove myself from the weapon, or will I always have that kind of thing now?
Quite possibly, but how did it come into your hands?
I explained what happened. I do tell about the Kraken before everyone turns up. Yeah. I explained how we went down, found the brooch for the...
Okay, so in this case, apparently if you die, it can be passed on to another person. So death seems to be one of the methods of transfer, though she does not recommend it. It is a lot harder to bring you back from the dead than it is to live with a curse. Because most deaths do bring... If you are brought back, you gain a curse you cannot get rid of.
Is there any way we could, this is a fairly harsh question, identify it to exact what its properties are, or is that a bit more advanced than what you can do yourself here? Pardon my French, Lady Hamish, I don't know what your experience is with such items, and is there somebody else I should see about this item to get the full nature of it?
Quite possibly. She was going to do some research with her books to see what lore she has, but she doesn't really want to be left with the item or touch the item in any way.
No, look, I will take responsibility as a Pathfinder of...
Well, she says it doesn't think you have a choice in the matter. If you've claimed the item and it's claimed you, then you might find it's cursed, both a blessing and a curse at the same time.
On the black side, Mark, a rapier is a damn cool weapon for a thief.
No, I'm fully aware of that. Now, the other thing I say, this is the other thing we found, I show with the buckler. The captain mentioned there's some wording on the inside, but he didn't want to talk about it, and I don't want to mention the wording. I'm going to put this down on a piece on a desk, and it has a quite slight hum to it. We feel that it's made of a particular metal of some sort. I'm not sure if this makes any sense to you at all, Lady Heinrich.
Okay, she looks over it and says this is written in form of primordial runes.
Oh.
And and she tells you a word. She says once you use the word while holding the item, once per day you can surround yourself with a physical shield protecting you from harm.
Oh.
For 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
But if you drop the shield, the effect stops.
Okay. Okay, that's it. Look, thank you very much, Lady Heinrich. I will wait to hear back your feedback about this rapier. I believe my fellow colleague Cordar has gone off to hand the brooch of the captain to his wife and to smooth over her mourning before we head back down to the tower again.
She says if you have time, she wouldn't mind drawing some pictures of the shield and sword while you hold them.
I'm happy to hold both while you draw pictures, and
therein lies the last known picture of Sparky.
But I was going to say, make certain that make certain you give it your good side profile.
Oh,
As you take up a heroic pose.
I take a heroic pose with I comb my beard at the same time to make sure it is looks nicer. But I did mention the Kraken to her that we heard of. There was a Kraken down in the bay. Yep. Was she aware of any such thing, or?
She's not surprised. The Hell Knights tend to bring many things with them when they travel with war parties.
Okay. I just was a bit surprised that it was in this ship, that's all.
Well, it's probably the closest place you can hide to the Hell Knights.
That's fair. And we did tell her that we believe the ship might have been, we're not sure, been taken down by the Kraken, but we're not 100% certain.
She doubts it because there have been no reports of the Kraken until now.
Okay. I just thought I would mention that just for a safety reason for the town, that's all.
She's happy you've mentioned it. She will let other members of her society be a little more wary near the water, because Krakens have been known to take people off wharfs.
Oh, yes, and it was very intrigued by us when we left, so we are a bit wary of that as well, as such. So.
She recommends you avoid going out onto the water as much as possible.
We will try not to we've tried to do it in a way that we can. Yes, I know what you mean. Yes. Cool. I'll hold my poses, get her to do all the drawings and whatever, and then I might just go back to my. Yeah.
While she's doing the drawings, Cordar and Luna show up, and you're letting to see Madame Hindmarsh while she's doing her sketches.
Oh, okay. Corder won't be able to disturb her, merely just reporting and return to his room. So.
Mm-hmm. Does Luna say anything?
No, actually.
Okay, Luna gets to have a nice rest.
He's happy to accept that Sparky will have provided a full report on the activities.
Next to Luna's bed is a pile of little leaves.
What?
You hadn't noticed them before last time you were here. You hadn't really spent a lot of time here. They look like leaves from Alishi.
Ah! Oh. That's right. Okay.
Hey, your characters do have impacts. Okay, so you guys rest up as after she finishes up and everyone's starting to settle in for the night, Balath shows up.
Balath is white as a stone.
And very drunk.
Do I smell it? Kind of like.
Oh, you get the aroma cloud long before he steps into the room.
And keep in mind that even though Balath has been drunk in your presence before, he's never been drunk.
Whoa.
He's never been dishevelled or uncomposed.
Well, I haven't seen you drunk yet, honestly, as Sparky. So Sparky's going, bit of a drinker, are you? In the best dwarven accent I can do at the time.
Unless you want to be fish food, you'll shut your mouth.
Wow, that went the wrong direction. Okay, I'll let you be. Sounds like you're an angry
And
drunk. Okay.
Balath looks the greenest you've ever seen him.
You okay, buddy?
Settle down, fish food. Where's my bed?
Fish food?
You climb into your bed, and before you even set your head down, you're sound asleep and snoring away.
I look at Cordo and going, is he always like this?
You mean always irritable, obnoxious?
I'm not drunk. I'm more like drunk. I'm going to use.
He's never usually irritable.
No, I think I'm more the green-faced drunken look because I've copped the smart-assy, straight-to-the-point kind of Belath already, so I'm used to that one. It's just more this other side of Belath and the drunken greenie kind of like he's trying to get something off his mind kind of thing. As a dwarf and well known in her drinking stories, she knows that he's trying to forget something. So from her, I'm pretty sure from her, just without having to roll an insight, she knows enough about drinking culture from her dwarven background that she would know that he's trying to forget something. So, but she won't bring it out. She just knows that something's there. And if he wants to tell about it, he'll talk about it. So. Anyway, I'm gonna fall asleep anyway. I'll kind of try to fall asleep, put the rapier next to the bed, look at about 5 times before I fall asleep, and
the last thing you have as you fall asleep is the sight of a raven looking down at you from the ceiling, with red glowing eyes.
That's gonna be creepy. I'm thinking to myself when I go to bed.
And the other thing,
2 ravens looking at me.
well, one raven, and the other thing you remember is there are no beams across the ceiling. Just leave you with that thought as we finish the session up there for the night.
Beams like pieces of wood that run across the length of the roof.
The support members to hold the roof up.
Yeah. So if there's no beans, how does the raven set up there?
Oh, okay, beans. I thought it was beans, like
not coming that grows.
Yeah. So no planks of wood across.
Beans.
So no planks of wood across the ceiling for it to stand on.
That's fair. It's not the most frightening thing I've had today. It's up there. It's up in the top 5, but not the most frightening. I think the rapier still is the rapier still is the worry in my mind at the moment. So yeah.
Yep.
Before, once Cordo got back to Hindmarsh, back to the lodge and things like that, before he's going to go to sleep, certainly, but probably before then, or before dinner, etc. He's going to put some salves on his burns and apply the bandages and things like that, basically give himself some first aid to try and recover from the burns. So.
That is fair. Give me a roll.
12 plus 5 is 17.
That is enough. And now roll your healing.
Is it 2d8? Yeah.
I believe it is 2d8.
Yeah. 9 total, which is going to be more than enough after a night's rest to recover 10 points worth. So.
And you recover the rest of it overnight.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not feeling very good. I think I will try to get on the bed for a while.
Oh, good, buddy.
That's right. I kind of expected we'd probably be resting there for the night anyway. So.
Yeah, and we will stop here tonight as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
So,
I'm sorry. I am feeling like drained.
It's okay.
Might be feeling better soon, but yeah, there's
You just got a cursed dwarf, a sorcerer who's now made pact with Hellknights and a kraken, and you got a mangled hand. So I think nothing's happened wrong with this party. It's perfect. So
and a friend, and an absolute solid rock friend you can rely on in Corda.
that's right. Yes, Cordar is the saving grace.
Oh my god! I was looking forward, man, to this day, but this thing, man, is making me like groggy.
Okay, you rest up,
I am feeling like drunk.
and we will see you in a fortnight.
Catch you later.
See you, Victor. Look after yourself, buddy.
Okay, thank you.
Good night, everyone. I'm gonna head off as well.
Good night, all. Thanks very much.
Catch your button. See you later.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Hey.